Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, SimplyFoodByTy. Okay, look. So what had happened was, now y'all know damn well that this video was supposed to come out a week ago. Okay, but look. Let me explain myself. So, the video was supposed to come out last Wednesday on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve. But the turnout the night before might have been too good. So that's the reason why you all are just getting the video today. Because I definitely thought that I had it pre-scheduled to come out for you guys for this black eyed peas recipe. But then I realized I eat black eyed peas year round. So I was like, why am I stressing myself out about this? I'm still, because I was about to not put the video out. But then I was like, oh, hell no, that's wasting money. And that's also wasting time. And eventually I would need to put one out anyway. And I only make mine one kind of way. So once I put this out, I'll never need to do it again. So I was like, okay, well, let me go on ahead and just still put it out anyway. But I wanted to put this little disclaimer in the beginning so that y'all don't think I'm crazy, because this video was definitely made almost 2 weeks ago. So, yeah. But look, I hope you guys are having a fabulous 2020 so far. I hope that everyone had a fabulous New Year's Eve, a fabulous New Year's Day. For all the people who just watch my cooking videos, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for always being here and being so supportive. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. And now let's jump into the video. Okay?
Do I have your attention? 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 Do I have your attention?
Is you taking notes?
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy, SimplyFoodByTy. And today, you guys, before we jump too far into the video, I wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of making sure that you are separating your beans before you just jump into making your black eyed peas. So as you guys can see in this bowl, there are a lot of discolored, bruised beans. You want to make sure that you are taking those out of the beans before you even soak them. Now, the reason why I soak mine for 24 hours is because it makes the cooking process so much easier. But as you can see, even after you soak them, you'll still find a few discolored beans, and you want to make sure you remove those. The reason why, when I tell you, if you get a bad bean in your mouth, it'll make everything taste disgusting. They can be really gritty. They can taste really burnt. They can taste sour. So you want to make sure that you are removing those as much as you see them. You know what I mean? Now, you do not have to let your beans soak for 24 hours. That's just a nature of habit for me. That's the way I've always done it. But just know, the longer you soak your beans, the less time you have to be worried about cooking them for 8 or 9 hours. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. So once your beans have soaked for the 24 hours, you'll go ahead and drain those off, sit them in a strainer, and then go ahead and sit those to the side. That's the hard part, was being patient and letting those soak. So what we're going to do now is we're going to work on the stock. So what I'm going to be using are smoked turkey necks in this. Some people use ham hocks. Some people use ham bones. You know, there's a variety of things that you can use. I'm going to be using smoked turkey necks. I'm sorry. Now, I'm going to be adding in 2 32-ounce less sodium chicken broth. Now, the only reason, y'all, honest to God, the reason why I'm using the less sodium is because I'm going to be adding ham to this at the very, very last part of this recipe. And honestly, if you have a way to be able to control the sodium that's going into your recipe from different areas, then just do it. And I saw this less sodium one and I thought, okay, well, this is perfect. I'm going to be adding in seasonings anyway, so I don't have to worry about it not being salty enough. You know what I'm saying? So if you're able to reduce salt in certain aspects of the dish, absolutely do it. So I've added in 2 of those. You can use vegetable broth as well. Once this comes up to a raging boil, then you're going to go ahead and add in your beans. Now, once again, like I said, I put the top on it. Excuse me. I put the top on it and I let it come up to a raging boil. And so now what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and add in our seasonings before we cook these. Now, mind you, we're going to be cooking these for about 3.5 hours, just so you know. So we're adding in a 1/2 tablespoon of garlic powder, a 1/2 tablespoon of onion powder, We're also going to be adding in a half a tablespoon of seasonal salt. You only need a half a tablespoon. You don't want to go too far because it'll get really, really salty. We're going to add in 1 teaspoon of black pepper. We're going to add in 1/8 of a teaspoon of both thyme and ground sage. And then we're also going to add in a half a tablespoon of the Maggi Polio's chicken seasoning. So now that you got all of your seasonings in your pot, what you're going to do is you're going to turn this temperature down on a low simmer, and you are going to cook this with the lid on, fully covered, for 3 hours, okay? For 3 hours. It is going to make them completely tender, and the reason why you're only doing it for 3 hours is because you let those beans soak. So now what we're going to do is we're going to work on the ham. Now, some people would have taken this and they would have put in this entire thing inside of the pot, and they would have just used that as their stock. The only reason why I didn't do that is because I wanted to control how much salt was in the dish. And honestly, I only wanted the ham in it. I didn't necessarily want all of the beans to completely just take on the taste of, you know, pork, if that makes any sense. Because, honey, if I had put that bone in there, there'd have been so much salt going on in that pot, and I just didn't want that. So this is my leftover Christmas ham. Anytime you guys have a Christmas ham, a Thanksgiving ham, put that bad boy in the freezer. Don't throw it away because it can definitely come in handy. Now, I'm cutting up way more ham than what I actually need, but the reason why I'm doing it this way is because that way I can, you know, decide how much I want to add into it as I go along. And I'm just breaking it down into a little rough chop. By all means, you do not have to use this ham at all. You can just stick with just the smoked turkey necks. And honestly, if you are a vegetarian and you don't want any meat in it at all, you don't have to use the smoked turkey necks. Now, flavor-wise, I wouldn't know what it would taste like because I've never had it without at least one or the other. But I'm sure you absolutely could, and I'm sure it'll probably still taste fabulous. So now that our beans have been cooking for roughly about 3 hours, you guys, 3 hours on a low simmer, what we're going to do now is we're going to get ready to start adding in our ham. But as you guys can see, they have already started to thicken, like the sauce is starting to thicken up all on its own. The smoked turkey necks are literally falling apart inside of that pan. It's just absolutely fabulous. Now, see, this is the reason why I cut up the ham separately so that I could add in as much as I wanted to. I didn't even use, I think I used maybe just a little over half, maybe not even that much, because I didn't want it to become, you know, a ham soup. But I definitely wanted to add just enough just to help fill out it a little bit more, because honestly, honey, you can eat this as a full meal. With some cornbread or some collard greens, you don't need anything else. Like, this is all you need. So I've left a little crack here, as you can see, and you're going to let it go for an additional half hour. Turn that temperature up almost to about a medium high, and that'll also help evaporate some of the liquid out, and it'll help thicken it up just a bit. This is about the consistency that I like mine at. I don't like it too runny, but I also don't want it too thick. So this is just the right amount of liquid as far as texture wise. Honestly, you guys, that's it. That's your black eyed peas. Look, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I am so thrilled with this recipe. I love them. I eat them year round, honey. I don't just eat them on the new year, but I hope you guys try it out. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, y'all babies, stay cute and take care. Bye, guys. Y'all go ahead and make yourself some beans. It ain't too late. Y'all have yourself a fabulous 2020, honey.
Simply Food by TY.